The returning officer here has told me that they expect the declarations to be made sometime between 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock in the morning, so we're all digging in for a long night. So with that, it's over to Bishop Briggs, where my colleague Revel Alderson is at the count for East Dunbartonshire.
And I think we should finish slightly earlier than you should have done, Craig, because we've just been told in the last 4 minutes or so that all of the ballot boxes here are now in for the count for the East Dunbartonshire constituency, and it's expected that the declaration will be 2:30 to 3 o'clock, something like that. Now, this is a seat which is held by Jo Swinson, who was elected 2 elections ago as a very young woman. She's, in the last government, been a junior employment minister and has a very high local profile, but she has a very slim majority of 2,184 over Labour at the 2010 count. Labour's candidate, Amjad Jund, has got some electoral experience. He fought an election down south and was beaten, but he regards this as being an entirely winnable seat. It is very much a Liberal Democrat Labour marginal. That doesn't, of course, take into account the SNP and where they might be coming from. Last time round, they were in a very poor 4th place, and East Dunbartonshire voted 60% no in the referendum just last September. So you might have thought this was unpromising ground, but, well, we don't know what is going to happen, but certainly the indications are that the SNP are going to do very well here, and they are confident that they can take it from the Liberal Democrats. As I say, 2:30 to 3 o'clock is the expected declaration time. Jo Swinson will be hoping that she can be one of the 11 Liberal Democrats in Scotland to hold on to her seat. Certainly the Liberal Democrats have campaigned very hard here, and Nick Clegg was here only yesterday putting the final touches on the Liberal Democrat election campaign. So with that, from Bishop Briggs, it's over to my colleague Andreas Wolff in Lochgilphead, looking at the Argyll constituency.
Thank you very much indeed, Revel. Yes, welcome here to Lochgilphead. The Argyll and Bute constituency stretches from Helensburgh, which is within commuting distance of Glasgow, to the Isle of Tiree, a 4-hour ferry journey away from the west coast. It is considered to be one of very few 4-way marginals in the UK, held by the Liberal Democrat Alan Reid since 2001. He had just under 3,500 votes more than the Tory candidate at the last election, followed very closely by Labour and the SNP being in 4th place. But they hold the very similar constituency at Holyrood. So these 4 parties consider this to be very much a target seat. UKIP also have a candidate here. Now, the UK nuclear deterrent is based here at Fastlane, and its renewal has very much been on the agenda during this election campaign, with the SNP being the only party wanting to scrap it, while both the Tories, the Liberal Democrats and Labour, of course, as well, are wanting to renew it. So that's been very much on people's minds within the Argyll and Bute constituency. And with that, from Lochgilphead, it's over to John Johnston in Lerwick.
Well, good evening from the count in Lerwick. The first time that the UK government election has been held here. In the past has always been held in Orkney. Now, we heard tonight the polls are predicting a very bad night for the Liberal Democrats, but here in the Northern Isles it's still very much a stronghold for the party. They've held the seat here since 1950, that's 65 years. However, Alistair Carmichael, the City MP, has faced a big challenge here from the SNP, from Dana Skeen. So we expect a result here about 3:30 tonight. It's a 2-horse race, and we wait to see. We should hear about 3:30 the result this evening.
Well, thank you very much to all our reporters across the country, keeping us up to date on the counts as they develop. Some more political gossip before we go to our next...